Guys, Inaki Williams is not happy. In fact, he's very sad and has been complaining a lot after Manchester United beat Athletic Club by 3-0. He has complained about the officiating, stating that it did not go their way. He also talked about a comeback, sending a warning to Manchester United. We are going to take a look at all this. We're also going to take a look at what Paul Mason had to say about Thomas Partey. See, the second leg between PSG and Arsenal is going to be a cracker. We are going to talk about all that and many more live here. But before we jump into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. You're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it. Yesterday, Athletic Club faced Manchester United in the semi-finals of the Europa League. That game, a lot of people felt like it was going to be a very difficult game for Manchester United. By the end of the game, Manchester United scored 3 goals without a reply from Athletic Club. Inaki Williams played in that game. Nico Williams played in that game. In fact, all the key players for Athletic Club played in that game. But then an incident happened in the game where Inaki Williams felt like it did not go their way. A red card to Vivier, a defender of Athletic Club, because of a professional last man foul. Now, Inaki Williams believes that that is not right. That is not the right officiating because the ball touched Igarnacho's hand before the foul. Now, after the game, Inaki Williams complained, but then he was asked, you have considered 3 goals. How do you plan overturning that when you go to Old Trafford in the second leg? Now, this is what he said, and I'm going to read. He says that we are capable of coming back from this result. We are going to Old Trafford to give it our all. Our work throughout this season speaks for itself. There is a reason to trust and have faith, 100% faith. This is coming from Inaki Williams, sending a warning to Manchester United that, see, this whole season, they have been playing well. Look at where they are in the Spanish La Liga. They have the chance of playing the UCL next season. Look at where Manchester United is. They believe they can do something because United has won done really well, especially in the EPL and also other titles which they have not done well at all. It's only the Europa League that Manchester United is having a very clean record. And they believe when they go to the Old Trafford, they can get in that. But you know, yesterday after the red card, a lot of people are talking about Manchester United's run throughout the Europa League knockout phases. Against Real Sociedad, Real Sociedad picked up a red card. Manchester United against Lyon, Lyon picked up a red card. Manchester United against Athletic Club, Athletic Club picked up a red card. So people are questioning, is it that every single game Manchester United is playing in the Europa League knockout phase, the opposition team gets a red card? That's a question a lot of people are asking. But then guys, let me know what you think about what Inaki Williams said. Do you think they can overturn a 3-goal deficit? Let me know your answer down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Thomas Partey. Now, Thomas Partey was not involved in Arsenal's first leg game against PSG in the UCL semi-finals. Now, a lot of people have been blaming Thomas Partey because of the yellow card he picked up when Arsenal played against Real Madrid, seeing him miss that first leg game against PSG. Arsenal lost the game by 1-0. As much as fans want to bring Thomas Partey, a lot of people feel like Thomas Partey coming back is a positive boost for Arsenal. Now, this is coming from Paul Mason, and this is what he said, and I read. He says that, I wasn't shocked by the fact that PSG dominated Arsenal in the midfield. The Gunners got overrun because Thomas Partey was not playing. I agree 100%. See, if you look at the way PSG controlled that midfield, Vitina ended up getting man of the match. So I agree with the first statement. Now, the second statement goes like, I would have played Miles Lewis Kelly in the midfield and asked Mikel Merino to play up front. Arsenal made too many changes for a game like this, in my own opinion. When Partey comes back in the second leg, that midfield would be a lot stronger for sure. And I agree with what Paul Mason is saying in the second part of this particular statement. Now, this is what I think. In the first leg, I felt like Miles Lewis Kelly should have played in the midfield alongside Declan Rice and also Martin Odegaard. Since Ben White is fit, why don't you play Ben White? You kept Ben White on the bench and brought Mikel Merino back from what? How is it called? From the upfront, from where he's most comfortable with this season. You know, there was a goal scored in the game, yeah? by Arsenal, but it was ruled out by VAR. It was scored by Beckham Merino, who was a defender. All the faults, they were not able to score a goal in the game. They were just missing chances. But the good news is that Thomas Partey will be available for Arsenal in the second leg. Let's see what happens. Honestly, I just want to see what Thomas Partey does differently, just to shape this Arsenal team in a different light, because I want to see Arsenal get to the UCL final. See, if Arsenal do not get to the UCL final, it's going to be very funny, because you see Manchester United, their likelihood of getting to the finals of the Europa League is very high. Same for Tottenham, an English team. Same for Chelsea, who would definitely go to the finals of the Europa Conference League. So Arsenal, what are you doing in Europe? That's the big question everyone is asking. Because look at all this English team in the title race in Europe. All of them are going to finals except Arsenal. There's a big question mark on Arsenal. So I want to see Thomas Partey do magic for Arsenal. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to see him do that. So now let's move away from that and talk about some positive news. Coach of the Ghana national team, Coach Otto, paid a visit to Ernest, who picked up an injury playing for Lyon against Lille. Now the injury, he picked it up on his left knee and he underwent an ACL surgery. Now what we hear is that he's going to be out until the end of the season, and it's going to be a long time for him. Now, I like the fact that the GFA, the coaches, the technical team are involved in his development, in his recovery, in the injury situation and everything, to make sure the player knows that he is not alone. Most of the times, when players get injured, the coaches do not visit them. So I like the different approach from Otto, visiting all these players, making them know that, see, I know you are injured. I know you are not going to be of help to us now, but you are not leaving you out. We will be checking up on you to see how, you are recovering, your development is going. And that is what happened. And I'm very happy. You can see the picture here. Ernest Nuamah with all smiles with the coach of Ghana national team, Coach Otto. Now, let's talk about what is going to happen today in the AFCON, under 20 AFCON, Ghana versus Congo. Yes, Ghana versus Congo. Now, the squad has been released. A lot of people were asking for the squad. The squad has been released. A lot of strong players for Ghana, and I believe Ghana is capable of winning the AFCON, the under-20 AFCON, which is being hosted in Morocco. It is not easy. It has been interesting so far. Few of the games I've seen has been interesting so far. Ghana plays today 6 p.m. 6 p.m. and I want to see a very strong side. Coach Desmond Ofe was part of the Black Stars when we were playing in the World Cup qualifiers. I mean, we saw what he did, helping Otto on the touchline. This is a coach who knows what he's about. So we want to see that impact in this under-20s. This under-20s, we want to see them play very well. We want to see them, dominate games. We want to see some beautiful play. You have seen Desmond Ofe take these boys to some different heights, especially when they were playing in the All-African games last year. So for me, I want to see something different. I want to look at the Black Stars, the Black Starlets in a different light, just based on my own opinion. But then, guys, Ghana versus Congo, what do you think the scoreline is going to be? Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. After the game, we are going to come here with the highlights of the game. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. And also, lastly, let me ask you this. Do you think Inaki William and Athletic Club can do a comeback from a 3-goal deficit for Manchester United? Let me know your answer down below. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.